Yo, hello? All right, so now that you have the volume up, let's talk real talk right now, because here's the thing that I want to talk to you about today. Is it better to go through the motions and make sure you're showing up and being consistent? Or is it more important to put out full effort and, I guess lift the most and put out the max exertion? So here's the two sides of it. To me, especially when you're starting out, you need consistency. You're going to have to go through the motions. You're going to have to use lighter weights. You're going to have to just get yourself to show up no matter, I guess, how you feel, okay? So that's a huge lesson to remember, is like when you're first starting out, like you barely even have to lift anything. You barely have to move, but the consistency is going to lead to like the scale dropping down. The problem is as we start to get stronger, as we start to get more endurance, as we start to realize that like we didn't die during a workout and that we can push ourselves more, is you now raise the bar. And so you lift heavier weights, you take less rest between sets, you jump higher, and you just cause more exertion on your joints and more wear and tear. So like 2 weeks ago, we talked about whether to rest or whether to, keep pushing harder in that sense. So today is going to be like the piggyback off of that. And so what I want to talk about is like, if you are somebody who's been here for 6 months, a year, and 3 and 4 years, you need to listen to your body. And so, the whole thing is like that whole thing of consistency and showing up 4, 5, 6 days a week. It doesn't go out the window, but what you have to realize is that like your exertion and your effort and what you're lifting in weights in 3 to 4 days is equivalent to that other person's 5 or 6 days. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So the whole point with this is you need to listen to your body in a sense that if you are having some wear and tear and aches and pains, but you don't know how to let yourself go easier during a workout, well then that's where you need to take a break and you got to skip a day or take a day off. Now that doesn't mean you take a day off of everything, because the other part of this is that consistency in the beginning still holds true in the later stages of your transformation, but it doesn't always have to be high intensity every single time. So let me explain. If you are feeling aches and pains in your shoulders or your scaps or your knees or your hips, like take that day off from boot camp. It doesn't mean that you still don't show up or that you're doing something at home, but what you need to do on those days is you need to stretch. You need to use your foam roller. You need to use the rolling pin and dig into those areas that are hurting. And then you also need to make sure you walk, you bike, you move, you do some bicycle crunches, you do something that is increasing mobility. Okay, because we've all heard the whole phrase, if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, it's just like that with WD-40, like exercise and movement is your WD-40. So if you're stiff and hurting and stuff, just taking rest isn't going to help you. It's going to make a more sore and more painful stiff body. So we want to use your recovery and your rest time together so that if you are taking a day off, you're moving, you're mobile, you're stretching, and you're breaking up adhesions and scar tissue by using the foam roller, by stretching, by using the rolling pin and those things. So I hope that helps to clarify, because I feel like we have some of our advanced clients that are like still trying to kick their ass on days that they're hurting, and like all you're doing, because now you're using more weights and heavier intensity and all those things, you are making it worse for yourself and you're making that recovery time harder. So remember, when you've put some time in, you've put some years in, like you're allowed to love yourself and give your body the respect of a day off, but do it with active recovery and mobility. The last thing I'll leave off on this is, no matter what you want to say, the winner, the most successful, the champion, the GOAT, but Tom Brady, whether you like him or not, he freaking wins and he doesn't miss games. He's 42, 43, 44 years old, but his biggest thing, he doesn't have big muscles, he's not fast, but he's mobile and flexible. So if you want to have a prolonged, healthy, long-lasting life of feeling great and not just be somebody who used to work out and now sits in a recliner all day, then you need to love your body and give it the respect it needs of rest, stretch, breaking up scar tissue and adhesions, and make sure that you're loving on your body on your rest days. So I hope this helps to clarify. If you're new, no freaking days off. You got to show up, because you're never going to build on those good habits. But if you put some time in, respect your body, love your body with the rest. Hope that helps, guys. Yoda out. See ya.